Hey guys, today I'm filming my next thoughts on hauls where I am going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on these products. And I am hoping that I am remembering everything because I had not filled out the description box, which you guys know I'm terrible about, which is why I don't even bother making links for things to make money because people probably aren't going to click the links, and also that takes a lot of time to do. But regardless, I went through and like watched the video, so I think I've got everything here. So I had gotten everything from Ulta. We had the 21 Days of Beauty as well as the fall beauty haul event, which would be the drugstore products that are on sale, and there were so many good things here. But I will start with some miscellaneous products. So Vidya, a little bit of gold glitter on Instagram. She's incredible. You guys need to go follow her. I will have her account linked. She does the most amazing colorful makeup looks. She's so beautiful. She's so kind. And she had a unused Dermablend powder in her backup drawer, and she asked if I wanted it. So of course I said yes. You guys know this is my holy grail, so that was so kind, and I have since used that one up and repurchased. You guys know that this is just my favorite for under my eyes and my face. It is a very smoothing powder, and it does help keep me matte without being drying, and it's not even marketed as a mattifying powder. The only negative, which isn't a negative for me, but the only negative is that it does, I don't even want to say leave a white cast. It just like lightens the look of my makeup, which is great for under my eyes because a lot of other translucent powders darken my concealer. But even when I use it on my face, I just use a little bit of bronzer if necessary, or if I'm using a foundation that's too dark, then sometimes just setting it with this will help balance it out, which is great. But just something to keep in mind. It does come in some other tinted versions, but absolute holy grail, super underrated product. Then from Amazon, I had purchased these foundation pumps, and these are supposed to be marketed towards being used with MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundations, but I bought mine to use with Estee Lauder Double Wear and the L'Oreal True Match Nude Tinted Serum product, and the pump worked perfectly. It came with two, and I have one still in my Estee Lauder foundation I just used up, but the mechanism is fantastic. It does lock. I do keep this little cap on there just so that no foundation bits make a mess, and it is fantastic. A very smooth, easy to control pump. Love this. I will have it linked down below because not all pumps are made the same. So if you are needing a foundation pump, this is a great one. So now into the products I got from 21 Days of Beauty. So first was the IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow, which I was worried I wouldn't like because I was afraid it'd be too dewy for my oily skin, but I just really want to try them. I've tried so many different IT Cosmetics products trying to find one that I love. The Bye Bye Foundation Matte is my favorite out of everything. Second place would be the Matte CC Cream, but this one was too glowy for me, and it did not have as much coverage as the other ones. I would say that this was more of a light medium, so it just wasn't my style, so it did go back. But I can see this being great for people that have dry skin who prefer a little bit less coverage. Then the other things I purchased would be the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over Setting Spray. This is not the original Fix Plus Refreshing Mist. This is the actual setting spray. I have not tried it yet. I'm so bad with setting sprays where I just use one at a time, which I mean, I guess is a good thing if I wasn't buying them still, because I know that went on sale again this year. So I cannot give you my thoughts on it yet. I will once I try it out. Then of course I did stock up on my holy grail Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Traditionally, you're only able to get two of each shade when you're buying during 21 Days of Beauty, but it let me get 3 of one shade. So I bought 5 of the pencils, which is amazing because I still have one a year later, and I actually did not buy any this year, which is so surprising, but I have just accumulated so many other random brow pencils in PR or from the Flip app, just different things that I'm testing that are going to last me until next year, and I will repurchase these next year. This is just my favorite micro brow pencil. I love this for helping to draw on the front to help like shape my brows, and then I fill in with a thicker pencil. I can use the shade 1 or 2. They both work perfectly for me. I tend to prefer 1 just because it's lighter. I draw my brows on intense, so a lighter shade helps them look a little bit more natural, if I could even say that. But I think that this has a great consistency between creamy and waxy. It draws perfectly onto skin and onto my brow hair, and this is just amazing. I believe the last thing I got during the sale would be 2 of the Clinique Take the Day Out cleansing balms. You guys know this is my holy grail, but last year I did test a bunch of affordable cleansing balms. I want to say like 8 maybe, and I did do a ranking video, which I will have linked for you guys. I would appreciate any love. It took a long time to try out all of those cleansing balms, and this is still my favorite, although I did find an amazing affordable option that honestly I should just go with it. I just love this one so much. The other one works just as, my number 1 pick works just as well. But whenever these are on sale, I do tend to get them. But I have 2. I'm using up a different cleansing balm right now, but I think this is amazing. It removes all of my face and eye makeup without burning my eyes, without leaving a film on my skin. It is unscented, all of the things that I love. Then I had one random Ulta purchase with a $10 off coupon. This is the Live Tinted Hue Skin Serum Concealer. This is the shade number 20. They now have a lighter shade 21, and their colors, number 1 is the darkest shade and number 21 is the lightest shade, which I love that they do that, like Juvia's Place. And they recently updated their concealer, and the updated version was in this year's 21 Days of Beauty, which is exciting. It now has a doe foot applicator where it originally had a brush tip applicator. And I remember when Dior had a concealer like this, it was so popular. People loved the little brush, thought it was very cute. And people have been complaining that the bristles are coming out of here. And I've been panning mine and they are. It poked out a little bit and then I pulled it out, and when I did, more kept coming out and more kept coming out. So I had to stop myself, which I'm a picker. That was very challenging. But I've been terrified that I messed it up. It's been fine since then. I feel like the concealer is sticking to the bristles perfectly. I've not had any bristles on my face when I'm applying it. So this is something that I'm panning. So I will update you if that happens as I get further down. But this is a medium coverage concealer, and it is a little bit thicker, slightly tacky, which is not my preference. I prefer more of a serum concealer. So that is the difference for me. I know State of Kate likes this one, likes the Kulfi, I believe, and I am more like Tower 28 side, where I like that thinner consistency but still good coverage. But this is totally fine. It doesn't feel or look heavy under the eye. I just prefer something a little bit thinner, and I do think that this is a nice shade for me. It's slightly brightening. It matches my skin tone pretty closely, so I wish I had the shade that was a little bit lighter. I haven't been using it for that long, and I'm already seeing through the packaging, so I don't think you get a ton in here, but the brand is not that expensive to begin with, so I think this is fine. But I'm not going to repurchase. My Tarte Shape Tape is still number 1, and then I really love the one from at Tower 28, which I would love for them to expand their shade range as well, because I'm in between the first and second shade. And then during the fall beauty haul, where they have the drugstore products on sale, I can't remember the discount, but I want to say probably like 30% off. I got the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer, and this has 1.3 fluid ounces. This is so much product. This is going to last me for years. So many people really love this, and if you guys remember last year, was it? I panned my Iconic London Sheer Bronze in Caramel Glow, and that was a sheer gel bronzer, but it applied so beautifully, and I did get a darker shade to make sure it showed up on the skin, and I loved it, and I was hoping that this would be a good alternative for it, and it is not as good. First off, the opening is gigantic, so I have to be very careful and just get a small amount. This only comes in 1 shade, which is a bummer. I wish they would fix that. And it is like a really nice consistency though. I love the consistency of this. It's very easy to blend into the skin, to sheer out, but this is a pretty like orange color. I wish it was just more neutral, more brown, but this is pretty like orangey peachy, and I feel like I'm not noticing it here in the swatch, but this does have a little bit of shimmer in it, and I don't feel like it looks glowy. I think it looks shimmery. Now I feel like it's not something you're noticing from far away, it's more of close up, but I do not love this as much as everybody else. if the color was different, I think I'd be a lot more down for it. So I'm lucky that I have a warm undertone, so I'm hoping that I can make it work. But it is going to take ages to go through. This might be a nice foundation mixer though, depending on your undertone. But yeah, they really should just work on the shades because I think the formula is pretty good. Then something that I used up this year, the Flower Beauty Low Light Liquid Contour in Light. This is something that I knew I shouldn't have purchased because basically everybody except Andrea Mattiliano said that it was not good. And this is a very nice cool tone color, but I don't think it was too gray on me. However, I did just stick to using it in the cheekbone area, and I did apply this underneath of my foundation, especially when I was panning it. On top, I feel like it was a little bit patchy, not terribly, but a little bit. And I feel like sometimes just cool tone products in general can tend to look a little bit more patchy or bruised depending on like the pigment and the way you blend it out and your undertone and all of that. But I think that this is an okay product, not something I would repurchase, but I also just don't contour it anymore. I prefer just bronzing the skin. So this is just a no for me. And then I did finally get 2 of the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Color Butter. I have this really pretty pinky rosy shade in Pamplemousse. I'm trying to swatch between these big old bronzer swatches, and then the more warm tone shade is Nashi Pear. And I think these are incredible. I would definitely say these are some of the better glossy balm clicky sticks that I've tried. I still have not tried the ones from e.l.f. yet. I really like the ones from NYX. They're probably my other favorite drugstore one, but I would say that these are a little bit creamier, a little bit glossier. The NYX are just like not quite as much. The only thing I don't love about these is the cherry scent, because it is like cherry cough syrup. I feel like it does fade. It doesn't bother me as much as I thought, thank goodness, because I don't really like the Fenty lip products because of that cherry cough syrup scent. So if they did not have that, I think that these would be perfect, but I still really like these, and they have a very nice shade range, and I think that these are just really gorgeous, great products. So I would definitely recommend these. Oh, also during the fall haul, the huge thing in this basket I looked right past would be the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub and Apple Macchiato. I believe the brand was 25% off. I got 2 of these, and I am just now using it because, you know, I need to use these according to their season. And it smells incredible. I really love this. And it does smell like a country apple store, which is just like, my favorite smell. I love that for fall. One of the like room sprays, diffuser scent things that I tend to buy is like the apple cinnamon. I just love the scent of that. It is so good, so cozy, and I really like this, thank goodness, because after having Landon, my body chemistry changed and winter candy apple smelled like stank on me, which just broke my heart. So I was really glad that this worked. I bought them because I know I love apple scents, and then I was like, oh yeah, my body might not like this, but it does, thank goodness. I love the formula of these scrubs. I find that they exfoliate perfectly. Not too harsh, but they definitely do enough. And I use this on so much of my body because of my body acne, because of KP, stretch marks, and I think that this is amazing. I will continue to repurchase these, and I don't know if they've brought back this scent this year. I would love it if they do. I mean, I think it's fun that they come out with new scents, but I feel like they should like bring back favorites and then add new scents also. But I really do like this one, so I'm glad that I was able to snag that. And then I believe all the PR I got in that month was a lot of different skincare products, which is great. But there were a few things from Versed, the cleanser and a mask. And Skin Proud had sent me their cleansing balm, which I don't like. So I do have a brand review on Versed and Skin Proud, which I will have linked. Those were Instagram videos. I would appreciate if you guys would check them out, leave some likes and comments, because I did spend a lot of time trying out those products and trying to put together my thoughts, and I'm just really proud of those videos. But I think this is everything. If I left anything out, I will have a pinned comment with the product and my thoughts, but I would love to hear your thoughts if you've tried any of these products. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.